comrades. March 12th is a date that will live in infamy for many of my fellow Parkview Panthers. The sound of that date is just like nails on a chalkboard. However, that Thursday was a good picture of what life looked like before quarantine. My life was moving at light speed, and my thoughts were dominated by my lacrosse team and my plans for the summer. Both of these things I would soon realize could quickly disappear. That morning, I woke up excited because my team had a game that evening that would determine if we got the second seed for playoffs. But my excitement began to wilt around fourth period when I was hit with the news that my lacrosse team's beach trip could get canceled due to the whole coronavirus situation. The rest of the day seemed to be darkened by heavy clouds. My teammates like me were in the fog throughout our game that evening. And when our coach told us, "Sorry guys, doesn't look like we'll have school or practice for the next 2 weeks," it felt like time really slowed down at that point. Despite this disappointment, I tried to look on the bright side. I definitely wouldn't miss school for 2 weeks. I wouldn't have to wake up, and I knew I have extra free time and everything. So that's how my coronation began. Things started out well. I wasn't all that worried about my future or the future of the school year. I was just worried about, completing my digital learning days and playing Call of Duty with my friends. But my bubble exploded when my mom told me that I wouldn't be returning to school. Predictably, I was like, dang, they can't do that. Lacrosse season isn't even over yet. But it was at that moment I really realized how quickly things could change and the normality of life could be taken away. That was the same week that Georgia had enforced a lockdown, closing all the non-essential businesses and ordering people to stay home. And to think, really, that weekend I was supposed to be in Pensacola just living it up. Now all I had to look forward to was walking around the neighborhood, and I was not happy. But naturally during this time, when I'm stuck in my house, I see the same things every day. Miss Dan wants me to start writing down what I see. But it was a good activity, because when I just took a look at my bedroom wall, I saw the half-finished game schedule for my lacrosse team. There was an orange and blue game schedule, and now those colors were now a reminder of all the things that I had lost due to this quarantine. And when I looked out like my road on the road in my neighborhood, I realized how empty it was. It was emptier than a politician's promise. And these two things, like my lacrosse team and the road and the world around me, they had reminded me of life and all the people around me. But now when I looked at these things, they just made me feel lonely. Now my family began to notice this, obviously, because of my change in behavior. So to help cheer me up, my mom, that Saturday, she invited my brother. He works out of town. She invited him in, so like we could have dinner and like a movie night and everything. And my dad made my favorite dinner, like steak and potatoes. You feel me? And we just had fun together. It wasn't a big thing, but the little gestures, they made me, when I looked at my family smiling and being around me at that moment, it made me realize how important family is in all of this, and that my family, I can count on them when even in the worst of times, even when the whole world is in a global crisis, I could count on my family. And that was a big aha moment. So as you can see, being in quarantine, this taught me many valuable life lessons. Since the whole epidemic started, my perspective has changed on things. Pre-corona, I would take things for granted. I took up opportunities to granted to hang out with my friends. A lot of times when I had the opportunity to hang out with my friends, I would just stay home, sleep, or like play video games and stuff. But I just realized how stupid that is, because really I'm taking that for granted. I don't realize how many more chances I have to hang out with my friends. But moving forward in senior year, I'm gonna really take advantage of everything. I'm gonna really I'm just make it as fun as possible, because high school, it doesn't last forever. And I just realized how important my family was. So moving forward, I'm gonna be more thankful for them, and just thankful for my mom and everything. So that's been my experience.